Hey YouTube, this is Bob Main from the Handgun World Podcast. Welcome to another episode of Bob's Bullet Points. So in this episode, I want to talk about grip modifications on pistols. Now, before I get into that, a lot of people are really against modifying their concealed carry gun because they're told that it increases their liability if they should use it. I mostly agree with that, with the exception of modifying the grip and the sights. Just about everybody puts their own sights on the gun that they like best. They put on the sights that they feel that they can use the best. So I think that kind of a modification is really a moot point when it comes to liability. And the other is grip modifications. Now, let's start with my Gen 3 Glock 19 with the Trijicon RMR. The Trijicon RMR, that's going to be a different Bob's Bullet Points video. But let me show you what I did to this, what I had done to this grip. I didn't do this work myself. But on this Gen 3, you can see there's no finger grooves. I had the finger grooves removed on this Gen 3 Glock, and I had the trigger guard undercut quite a bit. This gives me a real nice grip on the gun. Okay, this gives me a really good feeling grip. A lot of people say, well, I don't like the grip of a Glock. They like the Glock pistol, but they don't like the grip. Consider having someone talented do these kinds of modifications. It's not that expensive. I don't think that's going to hurt you liability-wise. Here's the argument that I would make. It's all about what you can articulate, and it's all about basically what you and your attorney can articulate. One of the things that I would argue and I would say is that, well, I didn't much care for the grip. I liked the pistol, and I could not afford to buy a new Generation 5 Glock 19 without the finger grooves. This is my Gen 5. Okay? So, you know what? I couldn't afford to buy this pistol. Now, you watching this video, you know that I did buy this pistol. Okay? But if you're the kind of person that you don't have the money, you don't have the resources to go out and buy a brand new gun, why not just modify your existing gun to make it the way you want it? Also, being able to get a better grip on the gun helps you control the gun. It keeps you from missing, and it keeps you from throwing shots off target that might hit innocent people. You also notice, see if I can get this close to the camera. Yeah, there you go. You should be able to maybe see the stippling I had done there. The stippling on just the front strap, and then the stippling on the back strap. Let's try to get this to a point where you can see it. So I had some stippling done here, and I had some stippling done here. That's it. The reason I didn't have any texture put on the side of the pistol is because if I happen to carry these guns without a t-shirt, 95% of the time I wear a t-shirt, I don't want to have that texture rubbing up against my body, which I think is one of the disadvantages of the Gen 5 Glock 19. It's got texture all the way around the grip. Same with my M&P 2.0 compact, texture all the way around. And that seems to be what manufacturers are doing. They're making guns with grip texture 360 degrees. I don't really think that that's needed. I take some different positions here at Bob's Bullet Points and on my Handgun World podcast. I take practical positions, not gun marketing positions. And I've shot this Gen 3 extensively. It may not look like it, but this gun has probably about 7,000 or 8,000 rounds through it. And this grip right here makes a huge difference. But the only texturing I need is on the front and on the back of the grip. For me, that's the only texturing I need. So I get the best of both worlds. I get a nice firm grip on the pistol, and I also get the smooth sides of the pistol so that it doesn't chew into my side or my abdomen area where I'm going to be carrying the gun. Okay? Personal opinion, something to think about. It may actually make a Gen 3 Glock more desirable. And if you carry a different pistol, if you carry an XD, for example, and it's not the XDM version, you might want to have the grip work done on that, at least maybe some texturing. If you carry a regular version 1 M&P, a lot of people texture those as well. I don't think there's anything wrong with that because manufacturers are now coming out with guns like that. You can always make the argument, look, I couldn't afford to go out and buy a new gun. It's not in my budget. But I had the money to get somebody to modify the grip a little bit to make it like the new guns on the market. I think that's pretty difficult to argue with. I'm not a big fan of messing with triggers on carry guns. I don't normally like to do that, but I see nothing wrong with grips and sights. The next Bob's Bullet Points episode is probably going to be on the benefits that I see of a Trijicon RMR or some type of a red dot on your pistol. Stay tuned. Keep watching for another episode coming up pretty soon of Bob's Bullet Points. Please subscribe to this channel, and also please listen to my audio podcast, which comes out twice a month. It's called the Handgun World Podcast. You can find it at handgunworld.com, on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher Radio, all the great places that you can find. Really, it's radio on demand, and you can find audio podcasts. Until the next episode, thanks for watching.